Yo, what is up guys, Demil's back with a brand new video, and we're back with something a little bit different. I'm not even going to lie, I seriously considered whether or not I should make this video. At first, I told myself that I was just going to completely avoid talking about this because I knew that people would accuse me of making this video simply just for views, for money, because I know for a fact by putting Logan Paul's name in the title, and I'm not going to deny this, I know this for a fact, I am aware that by putting his name in the title, I am attracting more views than I would normally get on my other videos, but at the same time, I am changing this up a little bit. I know that I'm still talking about the topic at hand. I know that I'm still talking about what happened recently with him uploading that really fucking stupid video. But at the same time, I wanted to change it around a little bit. I wanted to be able to actually offer something. I didn't want to just report on this situation the same way a million other YouTubers have been reporting on it. I want to actually talk about something related to this whole situation. I'm not going to talk about exactly what happened, or, you know, I'm not going to give you my opinion of what I think of Logan Paul and all this stuff, because I think that's been beaten to the ground. I think that is a very, very oversaturated topic, even now at this point, where we're not even that far from what actually happened. Like, it's only happened like 2 days ago at the time of recording this video for me. And so, I'm not going to give you guys exactly what happened, because I'm already sure you guys know what happened. I might briefly mention something to do with the story of what he actually did and stuff like that, because I think that's unavoidable. I think at some point during this commentary I will say something. But anyway, let's get straight into it. But before we do that, I want to point out that I am not going to be using a face cam in today's video. In fact, today this video is going to be more like an old school commentary type of style. It's just going to be some gameplay in the background. I have two gameplays that I got before I went on my holiday, and I might have to use both of them. I might only need to use one. Probably both of them though, because I don't want this video to only be like 3 minutes long. I want to actually get what's off my chest, and I want to actually talk about this and give you guys sort of my opinion a little bit. Not too much though, as I said previously in the video. I don't want to give too much of my opinion, but I reckon I will some point in this video. But anyway, enough with the intro. I'm sure you guys know exactly what happened. If you don't, I'm sure you can find a million other YouTubers who explain to you exactly what happened, but I'm going to give you a brief rundown. It's not going to take that long. Basically, Logan Paul, he's a YouTuber with 15 million subscribers, whose fan base mainly consists of younger children. He went to the suicide forest in Japan, ended up vlogging like he always does, and he ended up recording the dead body that he found. Very, very close up, very, very stupid. There was absolutely no reason why he should have recorded it, but he did. But anyway, I think it was stupid what he did. You know, I am going to give my opinion a little bit in this video. I think it's stupid that he did that, but that's not really what I'm trying to talk about in this video. So as I said, you guys know what happened with the whole situation, but if you don't, go and watch another YouTuber who talked about it in depth of what actually happened, because I'm not going to sit here and explain it again, because a million other YouTubers have done the exact same thing. Actually, what I'm going to be talking about, and it is related to what he did, is the way that this kind of affects the YouTube community, and more importantly, how it affects people themselves. I completely agree that the actions that Logan Paul took to record the video, upload it, and most likely upload it just for the fact of getting views, I completely agree that that is disgusting. You know, he shouldn't have done that. But what people are kind of looking over, and I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of YouTubers, one thing they're completely looking past and they're not acknowledging is the way that this is affecting people who actually deal with suicide, people who actually have a mental sickness, people who may be going through depression or any other sort of mental illness that could lead a person to suicide. I don't think this is talked about enough. While the video itself that he uploaded it, that's already bad enough. You know, if it was just simply him uploading the video, it would be made a huge deal and it would probably die off very, very quickly, which, by the way, I don't think this is going to die off very quickly. I think we really need to have big discussions about this, because there's many, many things to talk about when it comes to this topic. A lot of things that we need to look at ourselves about and really just talk to each other about. The most important thing about this whole situation is the fact that suicide is taken so lightly. Like, this man he went to the suicide forest in Japan and he killed himself because he might have been depressed, or it might have been something else that led him to this suicide. This guy killed himself for whatever reason that we don't know about, and this fucking YouTuber comes along and records it. Why is mental illness and depression and suicide, why do people not take this seriously? This is a problem. This is very, very important, and people aren't talking about this enough. For a person that does have a mental illness and who may be considering suicide, seeing the way that suicide is not treated seriously, how some people like Logan Paul in this video, for example, and I'm not saying that Logan Paul doesn't treat mental illness seriously, or he doesn't think that suicide is a big deal, because in that video he did, advise that if you're having thoughts of suicide, if you're suffering, that you should look for help. At least he did that. Is suicide not seen as an important issue? There are so many people out there who are suffering, and we're not taking this seriously. There are people who need help. And you have YouTubers like this who go out and record somebody who killed themselves. You have no idea how this could trigger somebody. And when I say triggered, I don't mean it in the comedic sense. I mean, this could actually trigger somebody to do something to themselves. Someone who has a mental illness or is considering suicide, someone who is actually going through that, might have just the smallest amount of hope that maybe I should go get help. Maybe I should talk to somebody. Maybe I should see a doctor. Maybe I should try and look for help, and maybe I can feel better. But when people who suffer from suicidal thoughts and mental illnesses, when they see this video of a vlogger with 15 million subscribers uploading a video of someone who has killed themselves and then proceeds to not take it seriously, how do you think that affects someone who is actually dealing with suicidal thoughts? Some of these people who are suffering might just have that little bit of hope that they should get help, but when they see this video of a YouTuber not taking suicide seriously, that could completely extinguish that little bit of hope that that person has, that somebody can take them seriously. Just by itself, this video is absolutely disgusting. The fact that he would record somebody who is dead, who has taken their own life, and upload that to YouTube, that's already bad as it is. That's already horrible. It's just belittling people who are actually going through a mental illness. People who want to take their own lives. You are taking away the hope that they have, that their issues can be taken seriously and that they can look for help. That video wouldn't have helped you whatsoever. It would have just made you further believe that nobody gives a fuck about your problems. And I'm not just speaking on the behalf of just some random person. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts in the past. I've had a suicide attempt before. And I still deal with that shit today. I'm still suicidal to this day. Suicide is something that is on my mind each and every single day. And while this video didn't affect me in the way that I stated before in this video, anything can trigger someone into thinking that taking their life is a good idea. Somebody could look at this video and think to themselves, oh, suicide, mental illnesses, and depression, nobody fucking takes it seriously. I mean, look at this YouTuber. He's recording a video and just being in a good mood and nobody even gives a shit. You'd have no idea how it could affect people who are actually going through suicidal thoughts. I think it's disgusting what he did, but it hasn't affected me in a negative way, thankfully. But I do deal with suicidal thoughts. Every single day I consider suicide. I'm telling you, there are people out there who are suffering like that. There are people who every single day might have a suicide attempt, or they might self-harm, or they get very, very close to killing themselves. How do you think it affects them? Them seeing a video like this just further convinces them that suicide and mental illness isn't taken seriously, therefore they are not taken seriously. That they can't get help. Because if they try to get help, maybe somebody will just take the piss out of them in the same way Logan Paul took the piss out of that video. There is no way to get rid of that video. That video is permanently on the internet. The full video is going to continue to have whatever effect it has on the internet to whoever watches it. And that's really sad. We need to consider the much more harsh effects that this video has caused. Suicide is not something that should be taken lightly. It's a very, very serious issue. Before I end this video, I wanted to mention that if you are considering suicide and if you have a feeling that you might be suffering from a mental illness and you need help, just know that there is help to be offered for you. You can talk to somebody. You can see a doctor. And if you are suffering from mental illness, whether it be depression or anything else, there is help out there for you. There are suicide prevention hotlines that you can ring, and links and phone numbers to all of these services that can help you are in the description of this video if you need them. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Peace out.